Woo! It has been a crazy week. It has been a very crazy week, culminating into an extremely strange Sunday. Now, as you guys and girls and CastHeads around the world may know, that today's episode, I would like to say cars and caffeine, but just caffeine with CastHeads magazine, to be very honest, because we're not going to be looking at cars. In fact, we're going to be dealing with a bit of drama that has somehow very strangely occurred, and we're going to leave it up to you guys and girls out there to kind of decipher how this all went down and what you guys and girls think about this. I'm going to see what you CastHeads think about this, because the team and I are getting really tired of all of this insanity that's going down. At the end of the day, CastHeads is a free magazine. We do it free of charge. We do not charge anyone for subscriptions. We do not charge anyone for checking out our media. So we do this completely free. And to get accused of stuff and to be vilified the way that we do online is kind of getting tiring. And one thing's for sure, when stuff like this happens, CastHeads won't keep quiet. We'd like to talk about these things, bring them out into the open, and get the truth out there for you viewers and fans and whoever there is out there to see. Now, the story starts with a post that we put up a few weeks ago, talking about one of the gentlemen that worked with CastHeads magazine and was part of CastHeads magazine, resigned for his own personal reasons, and we put out a notice, like all companies do, letting people know that this gentleman is no longer part of CastHeads magazine, and therefore, we're just letting people know if there's any clarification that they needed from this whole scenario, they could easily message us and find out. Otherwise, that was the story, nothing, no harm done, no malice mentioned, nothing. Now, if you're tuning in to see cars, again, like I said, this is not that show. This is going to be a bit of drama. So there's going to be quite a bit of drama happening on the show, and it's going to be a bit of long, drawn out stuff being read out and stuff. So if you think this is all childish and, everyone's getting all bent out of shape over some model cars, I agree with you completely. But also at the same time, CastHeads as a brand and me as a person refuse to get bullied by people, and we kind of refuse to be treated the way we feel we're being treated right now. So we put up this important announcement. It's on our Instagram, as you guys can see. It's not there, it's for everyone to see. And Bearplaytomica said to somebody, oh, this gentleman has now started working for this other brand, right? To which we said, that is Flop Race's problem. Flop Race, right? That this person who was working for CastHeads is now working for somebody else. He's working for this other brand. So we said that's that brand's problem. The comment was deleted. It was not deleted by me, and it was not deleted by anyone at CastHeads, because we have absolutely nothing to hide. Again, like I said, Bearplaytomica mentioned where this person was working, and we made a joke about it. That was it. Then when we came back, we found that it was deleted. I instructed our social media team to change the password on our Instagram, which we did. And again, this is all us, right? We don't owe anybody anything. We don't owe anybody any explanation why we say things and why we do things. This is our opinion, and this is put up on our personal page, right? To which Bearplaytomica said, CastHeads, you delete comment and lots of laughing faces. So we said, in all honesty, though we didn't need to explain to anyone, because it is our page at the end of the day, No, we didn't, but it seems we need to change our passwords because no one knows what happened to the comments, which was true. Then Bearplaytomica, and all of this is on our Instagram, said, CastHeads, gotta change soon, ha ha ha, cybersecurity is important. So we also loved it and had a good laugh of it. Then Bearplaytomica asks, CastHeads, is Nigel still part of CastHeads? Obviously, I started CastHeads. Why would I not be part of it? Right? So I said he's part of CastHeads. And then he says, it appears that Nigel Jay-Z has a habit of calling pop race as flop race. Bearplaytomica's words, and he actually tags pop race in this comment. Tags pop race. The team says, well, Nigel is still part of the stellar team at CastHeads, which is a stellar team. And he has a slight lisp. We are having it checked out, referring to me making the mistake. Now, his reply to that was, ha ha ha, gotta have fun at it. So we thought all was fun and we had a good laugh, which is what we do at the end of the day. As humans, we make a joke, we have a laugh about it. That was all. No mention about brands, no mentions about licenses, no mentions about anything whatsoever concerning the brand in question. Then, on another page, we find that Bearplaytomica has said, he has screenshot basically the conversation that we had, and he has put it up on his page talking about he has screenshot, believe this or not, the comments that had been deleted. He has had a screenshot of this and he has put this up on his page asking people what they think. And his comment was, why did pop race become flop race? That comment has been deleted. Nonetheless, pop race is heart. Fair enough. I mean, okay, to some people that is what it is, right? But here's the problem, guys, and this is what happens when people do things out of context and they do it online. Now, Bearplay did not share any of the previous comments or any context as to that whole thing about what we said on our conversation there. He only screenshot that comment and tagged everybody. Right? He screenshot only that comment. Right? Leaving it up to you guys to judge. Bearplaytomica selected the worst comment that would cause problems amongst the community, and that is the comment that he shared on his page. That is that. Right? He did not share anything else of the conversation that we had on Instagram on his page. Only that comment. Harping on the fact that that comment was deleted, which I reiterate was not deleted by us. Right? In fact, we have nothing to hide, which is why we are doing this video. Now, the problem with what he did was, and now Bearplaytomica might say, oh, I did it as a joke, I was just being funny and I just put this up on Facebook as a joke and, just trying to start a conversation and blah, blah, blah. But what he doesn't realize is what happened was it snowballed into a whole new level of abuse for myself and for CastHeads on another Facebook page where this was shared, right? And as you can see, right, I'm going to read it out. One gentleman said, incredibly childish. Why care? Why even bother sharing that? I totally agree, right? It was a really childish thing to do. I agree with that comment, right? Then another man says, screw haters and license hoggers. This brand offers a great range with great features at great price point, where most are willing to pay. Again, the context that this was taken out of had absolutely nothing to do what all these people are assuming. And the reason why they're assuming this is because of this select comment that Bearplaytomica has shared, right? Another person, I understand that having their products licensed give the brand legitimacy. People are quick to kick down something they believe is inferior. An intelligent comment, right? Then I put up a comment as Nigel de Silva, saying, laughing because this is only one part of a conversation that had nothing to do with any brands or their quality, prices, or licenses. Shows how toxic this community is. Would make a good video to talk about. Right? Then the gentleman who started this whole thing on Facebook, on the Facebook page, by sharing Bearplaytomica's comment, he brings up this whole fact about censorship, which I will round back to in very soon. But then it snowballs even further. Another gentleman, you are the one that says F to Mini GT fans before, right? And now you want that happened again. Bro, you never changed. You are the one that toxic in the community. I'm reading verbatim, right? And as you can see, he's put up a picture of an event that happened in 2019. Now, in 2019, CastHeads was just starting off. We had the opportunity of interviewing Mr. Glenn Chow from Mini GT on our Instagram Live. We did that. Before we did the interview, we posted up the fact that we were going to do the interview, and we posted up the fact that we wanted people to send in their questions to ask Glenn so that we can send it to Glenn so that he is ready to take people's comments as opposed to getting caught off guard. At the end of the day, the gentleman was a guest on our show. We have to show respect to that. Whether we are sucking up to the brand or not, we show respect to people who are guests on our show. So, we asked the questions that people asked, and that was it. Afterwards, all hell broke loose on Facebook, and people accused me of sucking up to the brand and therefore not asking questions that were important, like the quality of QC. And I was even called and referred to as being a dog who goes after the brands like going after a dog's master. To which I responded by drawing a picture of the middle finger, which you can see in this post. That is what happened. Because I responded to the people who were accusing us of being biased to Mini GT, who we have invited as guests onto the show, for not grilling them about their quality control. Now, this is what I replied to this gentleman, as you can see here. Nope, not Mini GT fans. That was against CastHeads haters who were questioning why we didn't ask Glenn Chow of Mini GT about their QC and accused of us of being biased towards Mini GT when we said we didn't ask Glenn about QC issues because we hadn't discussed with him about talking about it. Of course, why should I change as a person? I am not going to change. I am Nigel, I am CastHeads, I have been that way since 2018. I am not going to change. And if people are going to try and bully us into asking questions that we don't want to ask our guests, is it toxic that we tell them to, take the high road? I don't see. So, can you imagine how we feel after defending the brand, defending the collectors of that brand, to have this come and bite us in the back so many years later, right? And then I asked this gentleman if I can share this chat to show people how the truth can get distorted, to which he said, of course, he shared it too so that other people know. So obviously, this story is being shared by this person to other people in his network and community with no context as to what really actually happened. So do you guys think that's fair? And all of this started because Bearplaytomica posted that one section of an entire conversation that was had on Instagram. Do you think that's fair? Moving on. This gentleman also says, by the way, great that the gentleman who left CastHeads, great that he left CastHeads. He's a great guy. I remember him defending the brand for what you did. A brand should not be doing something so vulgar like that. Seriously, come on, guys. Since when did giving somebody the middle finger and drawing it? I drew a terrible drawing of a middle finger, and since when is that vulgar? Seriously, have we become that? Please, guys, can somebody please defend at least this? And tell me, who is this picture vulgar? Who is more vulgar? The person that called me a dog for not insulting my guest? Or the person that drew that in defense of being called a dog. Seriously? And can you imagine holding on to that picture since 2019? Where is this hate coming from? We are a free magazine that takes no money from anybody. We do this because it is our passion, just as much as it's everyone's passion. So where is all this hate coming from? Why did Bearplaytomica start this? What was the reason? Right? And I did explain to this gentleman about the fact that I was called a dog. And it goes on. The conversation. He says, I just remember the old drama with this brand. Might as well throw back what he and other community did before. So obviously there's some sort of really backseated hate. You've been keeping this for a long time in your body. You've not known the truth. You've been spreading the lie, and now you wanted to throw back. Do you guys even realize what you guys are doing to other people? I can imagine if it was the truth, but you're casually throwing back a lie. So he further says, and another gentleman says, quick refresher, I'm not up to very date with dramas. By this brand, you mean the brand in question, Cop Chase? Since no one wants me to call it Flop Race, I'll call it Cop Chase. There you go. Are you going to get upset with me for calling it Cop Chase? Seriously? Come on, bring it on. Cop Chase. So, by this man, you meant Cop Chase or CastHeads? And he says, won't comment any further. Let CastHeads talk about it in their stream so he can get the views. What do you think Bearplaytomica was doing? So you see guys, you see how all of these guys turn the tables on the little guy. You know, CastHeads is the underdog. We're quite happy to be the underdog, right? We don't pay for our likes and our shares and everything. Our followers are completely organic. If you go into our followers list and you click on every single follower, it is an actual profile. Every single follower is an actual profile, right? We don't have 100,000. No, we have actual profiles. Go and check out some of these other people who make these claims online, right? And check out their profiles and see who is fooling who, right? To which this gentleman replies, views equals good food. Come on, seriously. Why are you even on the internet if you're not there to give views and do views and all? This is the whole basis of what we do. I mean, the fact that you're saying this obviously means that you're just really, really bitter about something. We don't know what. So please, let us know. Right? And rounding back to the whole censorship thing. Why are we calling it Flop Race and Cop Chase? Because if we mention the brand's name, we can get into trouble through litigation, which is the same reason why Bearplaytomica has blurred out the CastHeads brand name and the name CastHeads on the post that he put up. Now think about this, guys. If he did that as a joke, why go through all that trouble of selecting that comment and blurring out that section and blurring out the name so that CastHeads can't turn around and say defamation? So if he can do it, why can't we do it, right? We don't want to face a brand turning around and saying, trying to sue us for defamation just because we are voicing our opinion, right? And all of this started because I mentioned Flop Race on a video by another influencer in one of his comments. Right? Flop Race, Cop Chase, Tit Face, whatever it is, guys. We're not going to mention the brand's name in any negative way whatsoever because we don't want to face any defamation problems, right? We don't know what that brand might do. They might take it the wrong way, can't take a joke, decide to sue us. It's probably the same thing that Bearplaytomica was thinking when he blurred out the CastHeads name and blurred out the CastHeads logo on the post that he selectively put up with no context on his Facebook page. Now my question is why? Why would you do something like that? What did we do to you for you to do something like that? Because we called a brand Flop Race as a joke, you selected it? Why? What was the reasoning behind trying to start? Not even trying, you did what you did, you succeeded. You wanted people to talk about CastHeads in a negative fashion, and you succeeded in doing it. Of course, you did it in a way where you can claim negligence and say, oh, I did it as a joke, or it's my personal opinion, I was just What you did was, you spread misinformation, you tried to bring somebody else down, you brought stress in somebody else's life, you upset people, you got people angry. Why? Why, Bearplaytomica, have you done this? What is the reasoning? I cannot understand this. I can understand everybody on the other group because they don't know the context. Right? So they will say things. I don't understand why that other guy wanted to bring something up from 2019 and also so erroneous. I mean, how can you make such an error? It is completely the opposite of what he said on Facebook. And he's been spreading that around. So guys, come on, seriously. What is y'all's problem? What is y'all's deal? And to everybody else, please, I implore you to tell me what you all think. Are we being unreasonable? Are we being bad? Have we told anybody not to buy any brand? Have we ever told anybody not to buy a brand at all? Please, if you have something to say, let us know in the comments. We are really dying to know. We cannot understand why people go through all of this against a bunch of guys who are making a free magazine. What did we do? And we can't keep pulling out these rabbits out of the hat to prove ourselves all the time. It took an entire day to do this. To have to sit and explain ourselves to the entire world. I don't understand why Bearplaytomica would do this to us. So can you tell us, audience? Can you tell us? Because I don't think he's going to tell us I don't think I'm going to get a straight answer. I think the answer that I'm going to get is, oh, it was a joke, I didn't mean for it to get out of hand. This is the internet, you know it's going to get out of hand. You know it's going to go places. And there's no proof, you've done it without context. Everything is there, go to our Instagram and see. Nothing is hidden. So really, can somebody tell me what this is about? And before I go, one last thing. A lot of people seem to talk like they know stuff. Just because you meet the owner of the company, just because you have them on WhatsApp, just because they say, oh, you put up a really nice picture, doesn't mean that you know everything in life, okay? When I say I know about a brand, right, that was my visiting card in 2023, right? So when I say I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I'm commenting on, and I know what I'm saying, right, it's definitely more than what you guys know. And if there are haters out there who seem to think that I'm going to print one solitary plastic card just to show, oh, Nigel can print a card to, it doesn't prove anything. Yeah, I might not be able to do that, but I'm not going to print 500 cards.